I just saw this interesting article quoting Max Norman, who is a music producer. He says, well, the article says, legendary producer says there's no point in making world class records. It doesn't matter how good the record is. Famous producer and engineer Max Norman pointed out that with the current state of the music industry, there's no real point in making world class records. During his career, Norman has worked with some of the biggest names in rock music. Most notably, he co-produced Ozzy Osbourne's Blizzard of Oz with the band members after initially being hired to work as an engineer under Chris Zangardi's. His other works include Y&T, Armored Saint, Lizzie Borden, Loudness, and many others. I don't really know those very well. Nobody's making world-class records because blah, blah, blah. But as he said during a recent appearance on the Talk Louder podcast, he feels like there's really no point in making great records, and it's simply because no one will care anymore. The problem now is people can't make world-class records because there's 10,000 records a day coming out, or whatever, Norman said. So, nobody's making world-class records because nobody gives a shit. Because it doesn't matter how good the record is. Only fucking 2 people are going to listen to it anyway. And they're both related to you, Max added with a laugh. The future is live. Despite this, he is not all that pessimistic about the future of music as a whole. Although in his opinion, making albums isn't worth it anymore. The live music offers a lot of opportunities in many forms. As he continued, I'm trying to think where the industry is going and where it's happening. To me, there's a lot more activity of live stuff, and to me, it shows that there's a lot of longevity in live performance, whether it be a cover band, whether it be a tribute band, or an original band. And I think tribute and cover bands are huge now, he said. Fucking huge. They're so huge that Kiss now can become a cover band of itself and keep going. They don't want to pay anybody, so they're going to use computers. Whether that'll work out or not, I don't know. Maybe AI can help them. I don't really know what he's talking about here. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if he's just being hyperbole or what. Norman said live shows have a special kind of magic what comes with huge potential in many forms. Maybe the future, or some of the future music, is live performance, he argued. And I was thinking, maybe I should just put a whole rig together in a little van or truck and just go and just punch just performances from these clubs. Just go out and get all these and just keep them pumping out. Just live mix them, don't mess with them too much. So he's saying that on the record it's kind of sterilized, and maybe they should just start putting out live records, you know. I mean, I think that's a good idea. Like kind of like how comedians do their specials. Like, they, rehearse the specials for a long time, and then when they feel like they're ready, they record it in front of an audience, right? What if you did that as a musician? You're like, okay, I've been rehearsing and playing these same 20 songs last year, so maybe I'll just do like a live record of these 20 songs and put them out like that. Kind of like how Jane's Addiction had one of their early records was a live record, and it was before they did Nothing Shocking. So it was, it was that Triple X record. It was actually on a smaller label and stuff. But that was a very dynamic record. Supposedly they even pasted in some fake crowd noise and stuff, which is kind of funny. So, Anyway, as a musician, I know like a lot of people, like a lot of musicians really like the idea of recording in the big studios and all that. But like for me, I recorded in some nice studios and it makes the recording cool, but it's like after a while it feels more kind of like a vanity project if you're not going to be selling tons of stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's why I kind of stopped paying a lot for recording, Like I got signed to the small label and was able to record some songs there, and I've done some cool recording with like Peter DiStefano, and I've done some cool recording with other some producers. But like a lot of times now, if I write a cool song, I'm just gonna like. Well, actually, what's cool is that I've been able to do the last record with Logan, and he didn't charge me. He just wanted. But when I said I was putting it out, um, I asked him what percentage he wanted. He said, "Hey, give me 50% just because I didn't charge you, you know." And I was like, "Okay, fair enough." Hey, you know what? If all of a sudden my record made $1 million, I'd be happy to give him half because I'd be happy that my record actually, you know, sold that much. And really, I could have done that record without him in that way. You know what I mean? So I'm all into I'm all into compensating producers after the fact, right? But I don't want to put down a bunch of money for recordings at this point because I think it's uh, it's just too risky, you know.